Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. For those of you that are joining me on my YouTube channel, thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And I appreciate all of your comments. I had a comment today that said, Jen, you're giving us so much information, but I still don't understand. I said, keep listening, honey. Keep listening. I'm giving away all the game, all the game. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your engagement on my videos. It really shares with me that you all are getting value out of the information that I share. For those of you that are listening in on my podcast, Fundable by Design, thank you so very much. My podcast has once again been recognized as one of the top fundraising podcasts in the nonprofit space, and that is because of you. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for liking. Thank you for caring. Thank you for reaching out with your comments about how the podcast has brought you clarity and understanding. That's what it's all about. For those of you that are new to me, my name is Jennifer. I am your nonprofit expert. Over 39 years this month starts my 40th year in the nonprofit space. I not only help organizations start, grow, and sustain their nonprofit organizations, but I really show you how to bring in the money so that your organization is able to pay its expenses and also pay you for doing the work so that you can continue to support and grow the organization that is designed to benefit your community. All right. I want to start by saying something that may feel or seem a little bit uncomfortable. All right. Many of you are probably paying more than you think for starting your nonprofit organizations and not knowing how to set it up to support itself. I oftentimes hear people say, Jen, I started my nonprofit 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 9 years more, and funding is our biggest issue. Jen, I started my nonprofit organization and we don't have board members to help us raise money. Jen, I started my nonprofit organization and we don't have any grants. We don't have any donors. Jen, I'm paying for everything and doing everything out of my own pocket. And this is the truth. You are probably paying more than you think and you don't realize it. Those of you that started your nonprofit organization and then you thought it was just a program. Jen, I started my nonprofit organization, Jen. We feed the homeless. We give away backpacks. We do a summer program. We do an after school program, Jen. We do a transitional housing program. Or Jen, I want to help younger people. Jen, I want to help foster youth. I want to build tiny homes, whatever it is you want to do. That when you decide to start your nonprofit organization, what you want to do is not the organization. That's the program. And so the program and the organization are two different things. The program is the expense. That's what you're paying for. The organization is supposed to bring in the money to cover the expense. But because that's not how you learned and that's not what was told to you when you started the nonprofit organization, you did not set the organization up to bring in the money. I hear this all the time. I hear this all the time. I know I need help, Jen, but I can't afford coaching. I know I need help, Jen, but I can't afford the help. And I want to say something to you very carefully because I know where this is coming from. And in most cases, that's not actually true. It's not that you can't afford coaching, it's that you're looking at coaching through the wrong lens. And that's the misunderstanding. That misunderstanding is exactly what's keeping your nonprofit stuck. When someone says, I can't afford help, Jen. I can't afford it. What they're really saying is, I've already spent so much. I don't want to spend anymore. I understand that because many of you have already paid. You've paid for the program, you've paid for supplies, you've paid for events, you've paid for tools, you've paid for startup costs, costs that you didn't even calculate or know was going to be involved when you started the nonprofit. And you're tired. You feel like everything keeps coming out of my pocket. Is that how you feel? Everything keeps coming out of my pocket, Jen. I'm paying for everything. So when the opportunity for coaching comes up or when the opportunity for help comes up, it feels like, oh, this is just something else I have to pay for. But here's the truth. The problem is not the coaching. The problem is not the help. The problem is your organization was never structured to bring in money. That's the problem. That your organization was never structured to bring in money. So now everything depends on you. And when everything depends on you financially, every decision feels expensive. Even the ones that are meant to fix the problem. Let me show you something. You think you're saving money by not investing in help, not investing in coaching, the right coaching. Now, many of you will go out and I'll take a fundraising class, I'll take a grant writing class, I'll take a board development class. And you're trying to learn in pieces when your organization is structured in one place, in one way, but y'all are trying to get it in pieces. And you think you're saving money by doing it in pieces. I got a grant writing class. I took a fundraising class. I took a board development class, but I don't know how it all works together. That's costing you more money. But let's look at what you're actually paying. All right? I want to show you something. You think I'm saving money by not getting help. I'm saving money by not investing in help. I'm saving money by not investing in coaching. But let's look at what you're actually paying for out of your own pocket. You are paying with your own money. You are paying with your time, your stress, your missed funding opportunities. You're paying with delayed growth. You're paying with burnout. So the question is not, can I afford coaching? Can I afford getting help, the right help? The real question is, how much is this costing you to not fix it? How many years have you all been paying for this program out of your own pocket? How many years? How much do you think you're going to pay the next 6 months? out of your own pocket for this organization if you don't fix it. Fix it so that the organization brings in its own money. How much is it costing you not to fix it? You're going to keep paying. You're going to keep paying out of your time, out of your money. You're going to keep paying for materials. You're going to keep paying for supplies. You're going to keep paying for space. You're going to keep paying. Or you close the doors quietly, and now you can't help the people that you say you want to help. I had a conversation with a nonprofit leader recently. I probably have this conversation 4 or 5 times a week. And she's been running her organization for a couple of years. And she'd been following me, listening, learning for about 3 years. 3 years. And now she's realizing, Jen, I've been listening to you. I've been listening to you, Jen, for the last 3 years. And everything you say is true. That starting my nonprofit organization was bigger than I thought. It's bigger than I thought. I thought once I started my nonprofit, Jen, and once I started my program, that people would just start giving me money. I thought I could get a grant. I thought I could get donors. I thought I could get board members to help raise money. This is bigger than I thought. She's been paying for everything herself, trying to hold it together, trying to figure it out. And she told me, I know I need coaching, but I'm scared of the cost. And this is what I told her. I said, you're looking at this the wrong way. You're looking at coaching like this is something else I have to pay for. Instead of understanding, this is what puts my organization in position to raise money. Did you hear what I said? Many of you are looking at coaching and getting help as, man, this is something else I got to pay for. Instead of, this is going to put my organization in position to raise money. Let me be clear. You're not supposed to pay for your nonprofit forever. It's not supposed to come out of your pocket. This is not the model. The organization is supposed to be structured to bring money in. The organization is supposed to be structured to support itself. The organization is supposed to be structured to sustain the mission. So when you invest in structure, you're not spending money. You're building the capacity of the organization to bring in money. You're not spending money. You're building the capacity to bring in money. The capacity is what creates your money coming in. Listen, let's be honest. Can we be honest for a moment? For many of you who are afraid, it's not about money. Can we be honest? It's not about money. It's about, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I still struggle? What if I make another mistake? That's real. But let me ask you something. What if nothing changes? What if you continue to do what you've been doing, paying for everything out of your own pocket, the organization not bringing in any money the way it's supposed to? What does the next 6 to 12 months look like? More out of pocket expenses, more stress, more guessing, more fear, more frustration. Possibly the organization quietly closing its doors, you having to change up delivering the program because you ran out of money. You don't have the money to keep it going. Because that's the real risk. That's the real risk. Listen, working with me is not about more information. It's not about random ideas. It's not about motivation. It's about fixing your structure, organizing your organization, building the funding system, the ways by which money comes into your organization, giving you a clear path forward so your organization can finally stop depending on you and start sustaining itself. Listen, if you've been listening to me for any amount of time and you're realizing, I've been doing this all the wrong way. I've been doing this the wrong way. This was never told to me. No one ever told me this. I thought I could figure it out. And then it's been year after year after year after year. And then this is your time, your moment to do something different. I got a 3-day conference coming up, May 6th, 7th, and 8th. You get an opportunity to also work with me through the month of May to put your organization structures together. This is not a training. This is not you taking notes. This is you fixing your organization structure. This is you building your fundraising systems. This is you positioning your organization to raise money. And if you're ready to do that, let's do it. You don't have a coaching problem and you don't have a money problem. You have a structure problem that's costing you money. I'm going to say that again for the people in the bushes. You don't have a coaching problem and you don't have a money problem. You have a structure problem that's costing you money. And once you fix that, everything changes. Everything changes. Because now your organization is structured to sustain itself. Now the organization stops relying and dependent on your money to keep it going. That's what I offer. I offer you a clear path forward. I show you how, and now you do it. Once it's set up, it's set up. Once your organization is structured, it's structured. And it should be structured to sustain itself and not depend and rely on you to sustain it. All right? When and if you are ready and you would like to be a part of more than a coaching session, but the knowledge, the clarity, the understanding of how your organization should be structured to sustain itself, I'm here to help. My name is Jennifer. I am your nonprofit expert. 40 years of experience helping organizations bring in the money needed to sustain itself. All right. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you next time.